Okay guys, I know everyone's already covering this Snapdragon game super resolution thing, but I just want to give people a heads up how this is actually working. So if you're already using the high preset, you're not really going to see that much of a difference upscaling to ultra with that Snapdragon game super resolution. So this is really only for people on low-end systems or wanting to get a bit more performance out of their system but not lose too much of the visuals. By default, I think the sharpening is already at 75%, so I would suggest getting rid of that, because what the sharpening feature does actually sharpens over the image that's already compressed, if that makes sense. So with this Snapdragon game super resolution, I'm currently set to medium. I'm going to go back into my game here, and then I can quite clearly see that this is a low resolution. It's quite blurry. And to solve that, and obviously this is what the feature is meant for, I'm going to enable the game super resolution, go back into VR, and quite clearly that is now a higher resolution. But the thing is here that if I was to leave that sharpening feature on, I would just go to 100% just to obviously prove a point here. This is way too much sharpening, and what it does, it brings out the compression, because it's actually obviously sharpening over the actual finished image. So you really don't need to use that sharpening feature. I wouldn't advise it unless you prefer that sort of over sharpened style. I would just leave this option enabled and then choose whatever preset you're going to use. Medium seems to be the sweet spot here. If you go on the high, you're not going to see it over the ultra preset, and if you're at potato, then it's got very little details to work with. So yeah, it's a nice little feature that he's implemented here, and it does make a difference. But you do need to just be aware that you don't really want to use that sharpening feature along with this, because it is going to make it a bit too blocky. Yeah, give it a go. Cheers to the developer. Thank you. Virtual Desktop is just getting better and better as always. Cheers guys.